It's Tuesday morning. You're standing in a grocery store aisle. Same cart, same brand, same routine. But the total on the screen feels hostile. Nothing dramatic happened overnight. No war, no hurricane, no emergency. Yet life just quietly got more expensive again. Here's the uncomfortable truth most people never hear out loud. There is no single price tag on life in America, and there is no single person setting it. But there is a system, and it's working exactly as designed. Whether it works for you is a different question. And right now, that question matters more than it has in decades. Because for the first time in a long time, Americans aren't just feeling squeezed. The math is squeezing them. Rent, food, insurance, healthcare, education, all rising together relentlessly. So who actually decides how expensive life is? Is it the president, corporations, greedy landlords, the Federal Reserve? The answer is more subtle and more unsettling. To understand it, we need to rewind, not to the last election, not to the last recession, to the moment money itself quietly changed. For most modern history, money was simple. You earned it, you saved it, you spent it. Prices moved slowly. Wages roughly kept up. Then, the 1970s happened. The gold standard ended and money became elastic. It could stretch. And when money stretches, prices don't just rise. They rearrange society. Fast forward to today. America doesn't run on cash. It runs on credit. Mortgages, student loans, car loans, credit cards, even groceries are now financed. When credit is cheap, life feels affordable. When credit tightens, life feels expensive overnight. And that's where the real lever is. Not prices, interest rates. Enter the Federal Reserve. Officially, the Fed has one job: keep inflation stable and employment strong. Unofficially, it controls the temperature of the entire economy. When the Fed lowers interest rates, borrowing becomes cheap. Money floods the system. Businesses expand. Assets rise, consumers spend, life feels easier. Here's the catch: that money doesn't land evenly. It flows first to banks, then to corporations, then to asset owners. Homes, stocks, real estate. Prices rise there first. Wages? They lag, always. So by the time inflation hits everyday goods, the gap is already baked in. This is why life feels like it suddenly jumped tiers. It didn't jump, it drifted, while you were busy surviving. Then came 2008. The financial system nearly collapsed, and the solution was simple and radical. Print money, lower rates, save the system. Trillions were created digitally, silently, and for a while it worked. Markets recovered, wealth rebounded, but the bill didn't disappear. It was deferred. Then came 2020, another crisis, another emergency, another wave of money creation, larger than all previous ones combined. Checks hit bank accounts, businesses were propped up, rates dropped to near zero. It felt like relief. It was also gasoline. Because when you inject massive amounts of money into an economy without increasing production at the same pace, prices adjust. Not instantly, gradually, quietly, until one day, eggs cost twice as much, and no one can explain why. Now here's the uncomfortable math. Inflation isn't just prices going up, it's money losing purchasing power. And when money loses value, debt wins. If you owe money, inflation erodes what you owe. If you own assets, inflation inflates their price. If you rely on wages, you're last in line. So who decides how expensive life is? Not the grocery store, not your landlord alone. They're reacting. The real decision happens upstream, when the Fed chooses how expensive money is, when Congress chooses how much to spend, when banks decide who gets credit and who doesn't. It's a layered system. Each layer nudges the next, and none of them feel personal, but the outcome is deeply personal. Because here's the irony. Inflation is often described as a tax, but it's not collected evenly, and it's not voted on. It quietly transfers purchasing power from savers to borrowers, from the future to the present. And the absurd part, we measure inflation using averages, a basket of goods, but no one lives in an average, from workers to asset holders, from the future to the present.
And the absurd part, we measure inflation using averages, a basket of goods. But no one lives in an average. If you rent,